Hey there, true believers. Marvel have been very hit or miss recently, and let's face it, probably more miss than hit. Sure, Deadpool and Wolverine was a smash hit that played on my nostalgia and gave me a little injection of well-needed laughs.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
Guardians 3 was a well-crafted, emotional end to the trilogy, and hell, Agatha All Along actually wasn't all that bad. Despite the usual requirements for the message, it actually had some good twists and turns and gave me more of an appreciation for Agatha as a villainous anti-hero.
Last one there is a nice person.
That said, we also had a swath of bad movies and TV shows that squandered all the goodwill generated by Marvel's early days. But, like DC, Marvel just released a cheeky little trailer, and I found myself hoping again.
Well, I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again.
The Netflix Daredevil series was probably some of the best live-action superhero fare put into the small screen. Dark, gritty and grounded, playing with the idea of superhuman abilities but always keeping the story close and personal. I remember being disappointed at the time. Not with the Netflix shows, but with the promise that Marvel had made about an interconnected universe, only to then abandon the shows like a second-class citizen. But finally, when Disney Plus came around, there was this promise of a more interconnected universe. But you know what? You can kind of stick it. I won't be overly negative, but the TV shows, with a few exceptions, have been lackluster at best and downright offensive at worst. Those that I enjoyed a little more weren't without their failings. Surprisingly, this turn of events made me yearn for the days of the Netflix shows, looking back a little more fondly. So when it was announced that Marvel would be introducing Daredevil into the Marvel Universe with Charlie Cox reprising his role, I had equal measures of excitement and trepidation. But then, when I heard reports that the show had been seen by Marvel execs and was being completely overhauled while making the Netflix show's canon...
Don't give me hope.
I don't want to speak for others, but I think I do when I say that this trailer brought me right back to a better time. A time where anything felt possible. I got to give it to the trailer editors. They understood the assignment. The core of the Netflix shows was the central relationship between Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk. And it's this relationship that takes centre stage here. I know we got Matt in Spider-Man No Way Home, and kinda got him in She-Hulk. You know, if you accept that Matt Murdock went from this...
No, I like listening to your voice.
May I?
Well, maybe I just like the sound of your voice.
Yeah, first round, maybe. We're just getting started.
Well, something went in. I leave you two alone for 1 minute.
I'm going to go out on a limb and assume these guests were women.
to this.
Morning.
But this has me excited in a way I haven't been in quite a while.
Let's fucking go!
I think my excitement goes a little beyond the trailer, or the idea of seeing our heroes back in action after quite the hiatus. It's because of this. There is a glimmer of hope that Feige and crew are finally getting it. It's not about the R rating or the violence. It's about telling the story in the right way for the character and the world that they've created. In a weird way, I keep seeing this as an allegory between the comic geek audience and Marvel.
By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
And fandoms get so much backlash from the studios and the media, blaming them for what they're passionate about, villainising them for wanting to get things right.
Mind putting the hatchet down?
Maybe it's time for Disney to have a little introspection about their recent direction and quality of output. Maybe just give the fans what they want. It may be called Born Again, but we're all begging for it to be Season 4.